Hello everyone, myself Jayesh Prajapati, Assistant Professor of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication. In this video, we are going to learn about industrial drives and control. Actually, we have discussed Unit 1 in my previous video, that is an introduction of industrial drives. If you not see my previous video, then kindly go to the link that is given to in description. So let us start with unit 2, that is modeling of DC machine. In this unit we have to study theory of operation, induced EMF, equivalent circuit and electromagnetic torque, state space modeling, field excitation, that means a types of DC machine, that is separately excited DC machine, shunt excited DC machine, series excited DC machine and compound DC machine, permanent magnet DC machine, that is another types of DC machine that we have also discussed in this unit, measurement of motor constant or motor parameters. So that is an content that we have to study in this unit number 2. Now the question for a day is, what is DC motor? DC motor is a machine that transforms electrical energy into mechanical energy in the form of rotation. That means DC motor is a device that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Now another question is, why is DC motor used? The answer for the question is, it has the advantage of higher starting torque, quick starting and stopping, reversing, variable speed with voltage input, and they are easier and cheaper to control than AC. That's why we can use DC motor. Now before we have start the another portion, first of all we have discussed the construction of DC motor. Now the construction of DC motor is as same that of DC generator. So we can say that the construction for DC machine, that is same for DC motor and also for DC generator. Now you can see in the figure there is a cross-sectional cut view of DC machine that consists a different part. Okay, we have to study each part one by one. First, that is most important part, that is an outer cover of motor, that is called as yoke or frame. It provides protection to the inner part, rotating part, from the moistures and dust. It is an iron body which also provide a path for the magnetic flux. Now second most important part, that is field pole. You can see in the figure there is an 2N pole and 2S pole, that means it has a 4 pole, that means it is called as a 4 pole DC machine. Then a pole is an electromagnet. Now next important part, that is pole shaft. Pole shaft, that is an extended part of the field pole. You can see in the figure that is an extended part. It is shown by the circle, half circle. You can say that is round portion is called as a pole shaft. This extended part is because to provide more flux in the air gap between armature and field winding. You can see that is an air gap between pole and center part, that is armature. So that is called as air gap. This extended part is due to provide more flux in this air gap. Now, next important part, that is field winding. Field winding is also called as a exciting winding. It is made up of copper. It is wound over the electromagnet or field pole. Field winding is also called as a stationary winding. That means it cannot rotate. It is fixed. Now, next important part, that is armature conductor or armature winding. It is a rotating part of the machine. You can see in the figure, this center part that shown more numbers of circles, that is called as a armature. So this part is called as a armature. This small number of circle, that is called as a armature slot. In this slot, armature winding is placed and armature is mounted over the shaft. Now, next important part, that is commutator. Commutator is a cylindrical drum. It is also mounted on the shaft, so it is also a rotating part. And next, that is a shaft of DC machine. In this shaft, we can get a output in the form of mechanical energy. Now, that is a construction. Now, we have see the construction and working principle in the animated view. So, let us start.
Now in the animated view you can see that is a DC motor. In this animated view we have to discuss the various part of the DC motor and working principle of DC motor. So let us start with a magnetic frame. Magnetic frame or yoke, it provide protection to the rotating and other part of machine from moistures and dust. Yoke is iron body which provide a path for the flux. It also support the poles. Then second, that is a stator magnet. They are basically an electromagnet with such an arrangement so that the adjacent pole have opposite polarities. Poles produce magnetic flux when the field winding is excited. Now we have to discuss that is armature. Armature is a conductor or coil which is free to rotate on supported bearings. The armature consists of various parts. We will take every part one by one. So let us start with the armature core. Armature core is made up of high permeability silicon steel laminations to minimize the eddy current loss, and the outer periphery of core has a slot to carry armature winding. Armature winding is generally made up of copper wire and wound over the armature core. That is the armature winding. Now we have to discuss that is commutator. It is a cylindrical shape and it is made up of copper. It performs basically two functions, one being collecting a current from the armature conductor and passes it to the external load via brushes, and second being converting alternating current of armature in unidirectional current. So it's basically work like a rectifier. Now we have to discuss that is brushes. They are usually made up of carbon or graphite. The main function of brushes is to collect the current from moving commutator. Now that is a shaft. It is a rotating part of DC motor. We can obtain the final output in the form of mechanical energy from the shaft. The armature is mounted over the shaft. Now we will see the assembly of DC motor. Now you can observe in the animated view how the motor is practically assembled. Now, after the construction and assembling of DC motor, we have to discuss the working principle of DC motor. Now, when the battery or DC supply is connected to the DC motor, the current is start flowing through the armature. A force is developed in the armature due to the influence of magnetic field of stator, whose direction is given by Fleming's left hand rules. Now, due to the development of this force in each armature conductor, the armature will rotate in clockwise direction, and as a result the shaft will also rotate. Finally, the output power in the form of mechanical energy is obtained from the shaft, which is shown in the movement of fan in the animation. So, in this way we can get the output from DC supply to mechanical energy in DC motor.
Now, if we see the working of DC motor in the animated view, then it's look like this. You can see in the figure there is an animated view of working of DC motor. Okay, in this animated view you can see there is a cut view of this DC motor. Okay, in this cut view there is a two fixed pole, and S pole is shown as a field winding. Okay, and the rotating part, that is an armature part, and center part, that is a shaft. Okay, so armature winding is rotate and it is connected with the commutator, and the commutator on the upper side there is a brushes, and via brushes a DC supply is given to this motor. So that is the actual working of DC motor in the animated view. Now in let a straight conductor is placed in the magnetic field produced by the permanent magnet. Okay, you can see in here there is a permanent magnet, so it can produce a magnetic field. Okay, and when we give a DC supply via the brushes to the commutator, then it is flow through the armature windings. Okay, so armature winding is also a magnetic coil, so by flowing the current and change, so it can also produce some magnetic flux and magnetic field. So that magnetic field, and by use field magnetic field. Okay, so that can be cut, this magnetic field created by this pole. Okay, so it can produce some kind of force. Okay, the direction of this force, that is given by the Fleming left hand rules. Okay, if the current carrying conductor is placed in magnetic field, we can say that it can experience a force. Okay, that is a working principle of DC motor. Whenever a current carrying conductor is placed in magnetic field, it experiences a force. Okay, force F is equal to BIL. Okay, and the direction of this force, that is given by the Fleming left hand rules. That okay, now the direction of DC motor, the direction of rotation of DC motor depends on the direction of force exerted on the armature winding, and the direction of force experienced by current carrying conductor is given by Fleming left hand rules. Okay, so the direction of DC motor, that is given direction, that means a force direction, that is given by the Fleming left hand rules. And now if we want to change the direction of DC motor, then we have to change the connection of DC supply. Okay, we already know that in AC motor, if a three-phase induction motor if we use, then three-phase induction motor having a three-phase, R phase, Y phase and B phase. So if we have to change the direction of induction motor, then we have to change the phase sequence. Okay, so the direction of motor will be changed from clockwise to anti-clockwise and anti-clockwise to clockwise. But now in the case of DC motor, if we have to change the direction of the DC motor, then we have to change the DC supply connection. The DC supply connection, that is true DC supply, positive negative. So we have to replace this positive with the negative and negative with positive. Okay, so if we see the figure by animated view, then in this figure you can see in the animated view, okay, here we have used a 9-volt battery, here plus and negative, so it can be a positive supply and then negative supply, so it can rotate in clockwise direction. But if now we have changed the supply connection, so negative upper side and positive at lower side, that times the motor will be rotate in counterclockwise direction. So you can see that is a clockwise direction and here that is a anti-clockwise direction. So in this way we can change the rotation of the DC motor. Okay, now the next working principle of DC motor and different types of DC motor that we will show in our next video. Thank you.